Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I left my laptop on the airplane. He was like, is this Alison Roman? And I was like, no. He's like, this is so-and-so from Delta. And I was like, oh. He's like, you left your laptop on the plane.
Just us vlogging.
Vlogs. I'm wearing a scarf. That's how you know I'm outside of my home. Travel scarf. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Home Movies. I'm Alison Roman. We're not at home. Surprise. We are in gorgeous Loretto, Kentucky at the Maker's Mark Distillery because, frankly, we had such a good time with them at home in Brooklyn. We're like, we should go there. Yeah, we're on the Bourbon Trail.
Allison, welcome!
Hi.
This is home of the Maker's Mark campus and also Star Hill Farm. So we're going to give you a tour of both of those places. A little history about us is that there's been bourbon distilled here since 1953.
Okay.
So
wow.
Every single drop of Maker's that's ever been distilled has only been distilled under this roof in this building that we're about to walk into.
Cool.
So our mash bill, our recipe is 70% corn, 16% soft red winter wheat.
A mash. Talk to me.
Yeah, for sure. So a mash is going to be fermented grain. So being able to take grains, we add water to it.
So you soften the grain.
Exactly.
That then gets fermented.
Yeah.
And then you distill that ferment.
Exactly.
And that becomes whiskey. And then the aging, which is how
There
you
it
get
is.
that Maker's flavor.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
got it.
You got this.
All right, great. Well, I think we can go home now. Thank you so much.
Cool.
Yeah.
Have a blast. Should we go inside or?
We should go
Awesome.
outside. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So these are our fermenters here.
It's so alive.
So alive, right?
Oh wow, it's hot.
Yeah, that's fermentation.
Hot.
This is going to be close to a day 3 fermentation.
This is only 3 days?
Yeah.
And you just pour it in here and it just does its thing.
So we do add our yeast. So we've
Oh, right,
propagated our own yeast on site ever since day 1.
Wow, so it's not unlike when people say like the sourdough in San Francisco can only be made here because of the strain and the water, the pizza in New York, and it's like the bourbon
Absolutely.
in Kentucky. It's the air, it's the yeast,
It's everything
it's
about
the water.
it, for sure. If we look over on this side, this is a day 1.
Oh wow, much more alive. This may be a silly question, but how does all the liquid get in and out of these barrels?
Yeah, great question. So we fill from the top, and if you look, actually the entire room is lightly tilted in, so we empty out through the bottom.
Wow, these are so much deeper than I thought.
So if you smell this, the sweetness and kind of like a porridge that's coming out,
Yeah,
right?
it smells like a really good whole grain bread dough is what this smells like, exactly. Okay, so to recap, in here right now is grain,
So,
corn,
yeah,
yeast, water.
yep.
That's it.
After that 3 days of fermentation, we head over to distillation. What we're doing now is that we're going to be able to take that 3-day fermentation, and then we're going to pump it through our stills.
Still is where the distilling happens.
Exactly.
Still, distill.
And we're actually sending it through our column still here. And then it's going to come out as something we call low wine. And that's going to be at 120 proof. But it's not quite done yet. You might feel a soft rumbling underneath your feet.
I do.
That's going to be
Confirmed.
Confirmed soft rumbling. That's going to be our doubler. So it's our second distillation. And it's not only bringing the proof up a little bit higher, but it's continuing to focus that flavor. Have you had breakfast yet? Would you like to try it?
I would like to try it.
Love it.
I did have a banana. You're doing great.
So I always recommend smelling first. Always like smell where you try.
Okay.
And you want to smell with your mouth open. It's going to be able to pull in aromas and also give a place for the ethanol to roll out.
Ooh.
Yeah?
It smells really good. It smells sweet. I love this ladle. Where do you get that? At the restaurant supply store? You can't take a trip to the Big Apple without going to a restaurant supply store, is what I always say.
It's called a dipper.
Well,
You
I
just
need one.
Dip into that.
Cheers. Wow.
Right?
Now I'm getting like brown sugar,
So,
corn.
Exactly. So corn is going to have that
syrup,
amazing...
candy corn. It's Halloween candy. Oh my God.
Yeah, awesome.
It has like way more flavor than a colorless spirit
Yeah,
would
for sure.
belie. I want to make a Hemingway with this.
Absolutely.
Is this like moonshine?
So it's not, because we actually pay tax on it. So we
Oh.
like to call it white dog.
Give this girl a little more white dog.
Nope, David drank it all. Okay, so what happens in here?
So this is where every single barrel of Makers is going to be filled.
So you have like the clear alcohol, already tastes really shockingly good.
Yeah.
But this is where it sort of develops character, more flavor,
Exactly.
richer, more complex.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I would say that maturation begins here.
Wow, for us all.
Do you want to sign a barrel?
Yeah.
And then we'll track it, and then you can come back 6 to 7 years and
Oh
drink
my
right
God,
after it.
cool. We're feeling great about the distillery so far. It's exceeding expectations. We're all sort of surprised, delighted, taken aback by how small the operation actually feels and seems. Like, there's no way that it could all happen right here, but it does, and that's really cool.
So as we're driving up, you're gonna be able to see we have our wheat fields, we have barley fields. We're actually the only tier 2 regenerative farm distillery in the world.
Cool.
And so you might have seen our sheep.
Yes.
Those sheep are our organic lawnmowers.
Yes.
They are going around, they are naturally eating the grass, digesting it through, and then adding fertilizer back into the soil.
With poop.
There it is, yeah. But we're also a B Corp company. And so for us, it's that, you know, our bottom line is not just about profit, but how do you benefit the surrounding community and how do you benefit the globe?
Oh my God, is anyone home?
Knock, knock. We're inside one of our warehouses. We always age to taste. So after we fill our barrels, we age them on the top floors of a warehouse for 3 years. After 3 years, we rotate down to the bottom floors where we continue to age to maturity. So this one has had its full maturity. It's gonna be right around that 6 to 7 years. We're gonna be able to open this barrel up. Whoa! On the first one, we're not gonna use our whiskey thief to make our stills.
'Tis I, the whiskey thief.
So we go into the barrel at 110. It comes out pretty close to 110 proof as well.
Yeah, in a good way.
Yeah.
I'm getting apple, I'm
Okay.
getting cider, I'm
Nice.
getting... Wait,
Right.
where do the char bits come from? I thought it was new oak.
So we char the inside of a barrel.
Do you just fill the barrel with fire?
Essentially, they shoot flames through the barrel.
What? Wait, that's so... Can we get somebody in post to do like a cartoon like recreation of what this in my head is like?
How we get these barrels, a full barrel is about 550 pounds. You want to try to just feel to push one and roll one?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
I did a good job in there in terms of hitting the barrel with a hammer, thiefing, and tasting, and goofing.
Oh my God, you killed Goofin.
I did a good job. Cheers! So what are we standing in front of?
We are standing in front of Heritage Lake, but if you think of, you know, limestone, Kentucky would have been a shallow seabed millions of years ago. Limestone is decompressed shells, crustaceans, corals over millions of years. It acts like Swiss cheese for water. It's porous, so it's stripping out iron, and you're left with this calcium-enriched water, which is just perfect for distilling, cooking, and fermenting in the whiskey production.
My 3 favorite things.
And that is why we're here, and we have been here ever since. We haven't left.
I don't really know why. Sleeves to first. Nice. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Well, someone's ready to bottle, and it's me. Hi, I'm Alison Roman.
You look amazing!
Thank you. Where's your getup?
Oh, I'm gonna have the professionals help you. Are y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Cool. So we start our process by unloading these cases. If you look, we're rinsing every single bottle of Makers with Makers. If you did air or water, it might change the proof. After we rinse it, we're gonna be able to fill every single one. And then on this side, this is where we're gonna be starting to add not only the labels, but also that tab that goes around the bottle so it's easier to open a bottle of Makers.
Which I do love.
After every single bottle is rinsed, filled, capped, labeled, it's all ready to be dipped in that iconic red wax.
This is so cool.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do it, and I'll let you do it.
Okay.
You're going to get your bottle, you're going to put your thumb on the back, label your fingers in the front like this. Go straight down to the wax, just and then down, out, twist, stand up.
Okay,
Right
so
down like this, you're going to go straight down, up, out, like a rocket, twist, 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 and put it on the line. Very good. That's awesome.
Down, out.
Twist. There you go, stand it up. That'll be great.
oh God. Am I doing a bad job? That's shockingly hard.
They do 23 bottles a minute.
Wow.
And now,
Oh God.
put it on your lap.
Ah! Oh, you didn't tell me that. Best one yet. Thank you so much. I hope they're all fine to use.
Hi, Roman. How's your day on the bottling line?
It was a rough day at work. It was a rough day at the office. I did fine. I didn't do horribly. I would say that they and they are doing it in a very elegant way. I would say I was like a baby deer learning to walk for the first time. That's a wrap on Loretto, Kentucky for us, for the Home Movies team. We came, we saw, we also got a sense of like the how and the why behind what makes this company different. We're gonna take our little minivan, we're gonna go back into town, and then we are literally tomorrow gonna go back into my apartment and make some food and cocktails inspired by this trip. Guys, I'm tired. I'm not gonna lie. We literally did just get back, and today we're making Cobb salad.
You've been talking about Cobb salad for a while. Like
Have I?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound
Don't
like
make me find the text. February 26th. Hopefully you'll be thrilled to know I can't stop thinking about Cobb salad. And it may have to be a home movie. Or chop salad.
Well, I did talk about it once on February 26th.
Oh, you mean
August?
also April 24th, 2023? I'm gonna make Cobb salad tomorrow.
Wow, okay, I guess I can't stop talking about it at least twice a year. I wish there was a better story of like why we came back from Kentucky to make this thing, but I was like, oh, Kentucky, Maker's Mark, I'll make a Cobb salad and a brown derby. Because, yeah, Derby being the Kentucky Derby, obviously, brown derby being a famous cocktail made at the famous restaurant, the Brown Derby, which I think has since closed. But it was like old school, like old Hollywood. That same restaurant was also the birthplace of the famous Cobb salad. There's certain food items and things that are like, just have like a special place in like history that were born in restaurants at a time when like restaurants became the new version of entertainment. I really love that. As much as I like stand for home cooking, I also feel equally passionate about like a lovely dining experience that feels like special and intentional and like curated and entertainment focused.
Hey, inside you are two wolves.
Inside me are two wolves,
It's a very common. It's a really common expression.
but they're not fighting with each other.
There's two-
Inside me are two bunnies. To me, when I think of bourbon and I think of a bourbon cocktail, I do think of a brown derby. That's like the first one I think about. It's two bunnies in one cocktail. It's bitter and it's sweet. It's citrusy and it's woodsy. It's charred oak. It's also grapefruit. Let the bunnies do the work.
Inside you there are two bunnies.
This episode's about duality. Any sort of assembled salad can be a little chaotic because you are like, there's like multiple components, but just know that like, this should be a leisurely fun activity because most of it's just like slicing a thing, crumbling a thing, boiling a thing. I'm gonna start by cooking the bacon. And the reason I'm gonna do that is because I wanna use that bacon fat to then cook my chicken breast. You could also very well do the bacon in the oven, which a lot of people like doing, you know, on a wire grate at 375 until crispy. And you could poach the chicken breast, which I also really like doing. For that, I take a breast, I put it in a small pot, cover it with cold water, season it with salt, bring it up to a boil, simmer for 2 to 3 minutes, and then remove the heat, let it sit for 10. Got it? I just turned that on to medium heat. Bacon. Thick cut, baby. I like a thick cut for this because I like the crispiness with the chewiness. Bacon is such a treat for me. I love it. I almost never cook with it unless it like requires its presence, like a Cobb salad. Like to me, I'm like, ooh, Cobb salad bacon. So I'm gonna lay this in the skillet. Again, this is not a hot skillet. I add all the bacon in at once. It does look crowded. It does look like it barely fits. Bacon is a lot of fat, and that fat renders, and the bacon strips shrink, and it will all fit in the skillet at the end of the day. So another reason I like thick cut bacon is because 12 ounces of thin cut bacon, you're doing a lot of batches because the strips are cut maybe half the size, so you're like laying them in the skillet and then taking them out and then cooking your other bacon and taking them out. Like it's like more steps. Thick cut bacon, it's like a one and done. So I would say that this on this side will stay there for another 4 to 5, and then I'll flip it. While the bacon is cooking, I'm gonna boil the eggs. Time to boil the eggs.
Was that a riff on time to cut the ham?
Time to carve the ham.
Carve the ham.
Obviously. If you know, you know. Boiling eggs. There's a million ways to do it. A lot of ways people will say that's the best way, that's the only way, that's this way, that's whatever. My favorite way is to take a small pot, fill it about halfway with water, bring it up to a boil, gently lower your eggs, boil them for the desired amount of time. 6 minutes for something jammy, 9 minutes for a hard boil, 7, let's call it 7.5 for like a medium egg. So that's what I'm gonna do. The eggs are uncovered. I repeat, the pot is boiling, the eggs are uncovered. For this vinaigrette, the core tenets are shallot, acid, mustard, olive oil. That's pretty much it. I do like to use a mixture of vinegar and lemon juice. The lemon juice gives you a little less assertive acidity, which to me allows you to use more vinaigrette or dressing on the salad. This shallot can be thinly sliced, it can be coarsely chopped, it can be whatever you like. I always go two ways. I love to thinly slice into rings. I also sometimes miss the like even distribution of shallot in every bite. I've historically been like only a slice or a ring, and today I'm going finely chopped. All right, so this is a big old shallot, but we're making a lot of dressing. This serves 4 people. If you like to soak your shallot in cold water before making a vinaigrette, you can do that too. I think a shallot is punchy and assertive, and that's why I cook with it. I don't want to like quiet it. Oh yeah, baby.
That's so much fat rendered out of that.
So much fat. It looks really good to me. We're gonna use some of this fat, but not all of it, so. I am at a medium low heat at this point. As the bacon cooks and the fat comes out, you do wanna adjust the heat, otherwise you will burn the bacon before it has a chance to render. All right, the bacon is gonna come off. I am gonna drain it on a paper towel lined plate.
Time to measure the fat.
Time to measure the fat. I'm going
I'm
going a half cup. Might be 3/4.
I think it's 3/4.
It's about 2/3. Anyway, I'm gonna take this 2/3 of bacon fat and I'm gonna add half of it back to the skillet so I can cook my chicken breast. Typically what I'll do is I'll just take a little glass bowl and I'll set it aside. You can put this in the refrigerator, but if I'm like, oh, it's Friday and I'm gonna make pancakes this weekend, or I'm gonna cook dinner tomorrow, or I'm gonna roast, whatever, I'll just set it aside and put it on my counter and just use it over the next couple days. And then someone in your house will be like, babe, what is this? Or I'll be like, babe, where's the bacon fat? And he'll be like, I threw it away because I didn't know what it was. Babe. While our eggs boil, while we have our skillet, I'm just gonna season the chicken with salt and pepper. The chicken is gonna cook, I'm guessing, about 4 minutes per side. Again, we're not trying to go with super, super high heat. I think with the chicken breast, because it's so thick, you can, sort of do like a medium heat for longer rather than a super, super high heat for a shorter period of time, where things start to get burned, they're brown on the outside, but still kind of raw on the inside. So I think what we'll get here is still a really beautiful brown chicken breast, gorgeous color, and cooked through without having to turn the oven on at all. I'm gonna take these out, and I am not gonna ice bath these, but I am gonna just run them under cool water. It's a perfect egg, I think, for this. The egg is set, but still beautiful, bright yellow. It's not jammy, it's not running all over the place. It has texture, but it's still like fresh feeling and not chalky. Chicken breast is finishing cooking. I am gonna make a dressing. And this dressing is so good on pretty much anything. It's very all-purpose. There's no reason to not just like make a big batch of it, honestly. Okay, it's been 4 minutes. Oh yeah, baby. I'm gonna kill the heat, just let it sort of finish cooking on the other side. I'm gonna kill the rest of this vinegar. It's about 2 tablespoons in here. I hope this isn't stressing anyone out. I like to do everything at the same time. I don't like to do something and wait around. But if that's not your style of cooking and you're like, that's honestly freaking me out, then do it at your own speed, at your own pace. Like, this bacon can hang out for a long time. This chicken can be cooked yesterday. Like, there's no need to do it all at once. I'd say the only thing that needs to wait is the assembly. I'm gonna go about 2 tablespoons of mustard. I've also done this in the past using the bacon fat as like the emulsification instead of the olive oil. I'll whisk a little bit. I'll do like 50-50, but yeah.
Hey, where's the bacon fat?
Hey babe, where's the bacon fat? I wouldn't go all bacon fat here. It can get like a little intense. All right, I'm just setting this aside. This is very, very good. It is shallot heavy. It's also gonna taste better as it sits. Okay, before we make our cocktail, I'm gonna sort of like prepare the rest of the ingredients so that way when the cocktail's done, all we're doing is really dressing the salad. So I'll take the cheese and just crumble it by hand. I think it kind of makes the Cobb salad, frankly. I don't like a pre-crumbled blue cheese that's like kind of powdery and gets everywhere. I like intentional, like large hunks of blue. But use whatever blue cheese you like. Bailey Hazen Blue is my favorite. I'm gonna slice a little avocado. And for this, I will keep it in its little home, but I'll just slice it in its skin. You're going all the way to the skin. Go slow. I can feel the knife on the other side of the skin. Very sexy.
What?
I would say for this, a half avocado is sufficient, but again, I'm not a real avocado head. The bacon should be chopped or crumbled. Wow, this bacon is really good.
It's a really satisfying crunch.
Yeah, it's chewy, it's crispy, it's fatty, it's smoky. All right, and then our tomatoes. Again, tomatoes are optional. These are just becoming in season, so they're cuspy for me if I'm being honest, but I'll allow it. I am leaving things pretty chunky rather than finely chopped because, once again, it's not a chopped salad. Before they go on, I will give like a little spoon of vinaigrette. I love a juicy salad. What else? Herbs, herbs, herbs. I like to add chives and tarragon. Any salad to me is an opportunity to use more herbs. One reason I like to include tarragon in the salad is because I really love chicken and tarragon together. Anytime there's a composed salad, I feel like it belongs. I don't know why. Like lots of vegetables, lettuce, mustard, tarragon, chicken. I'm like, yeah. This looks like corn. Corn, an ingredient in bourbon. Say something. Give me a topic. I'll bring it back to Maker's Mark.
Volleyball.
Volleyball is a game that you play on the beach, which is made of sand. And Maker's Mark takes all of their used glass bottles and grinds them into sand. They fill them with sandbags for like disaster relief, for flooding.
We've got Gloucester Sand Machines. It's a machine that crushes down a Maker's Mark bottle in 3 to 5 seconds.
Wow.
Also, that was pretty impressive, the volleyball to sand to Maker's Mark.
All right, anyway, it's a coarse chop on that tarragon. Herbs, and then lettuce, lettuce. This is like a little gem, and this is just like a regular red leaf lettuce, but a baby version. You could use big romaine, you could tear the leaves, however you like. If you're using small lettuce like this, we're gonna give that a little rinse, but I like to keep them whole like that. My favorite way to wash and rinse lettuce is just by kind of moving them around. I don't mind a little dirt on my lettuce. But yeah, ice water in the summer for all of your leafy vegetables or even like other hard, crisper drawer vegetables is gonna really breathe a lot of life back into them. We're pretty much ready to go on salad. We'll make a cocktail, specifically a brown derby. Brown derby classically is a cocktail made with fresh grapefruit juice, honey, and bourbon. Because I'm in a summer state of mind, I'm gonna summerify it and I'm gonna add sparkling water as more of like a highball sort of concoction, spritzy energy. So I'm just gonna call it a fizzy brown derby and we're gonna love it. So I'm gonna start with fresh grapefruit juice. You could use bottled if you want. I just, you know me, I love to juice a fresh citrus. I don't know where my smaller strainer is, which is why I'm using this hilariously big one, if you must know. 1 cup of grapefruit juice, that came from 2 grapefruits. I love it. I'm gonna add 6 ounces of Maker's Mark, and then 2 tablespoons of honey. This is honey that I brought back from a trip in Greece. It's really thick, it's almost crystallized. You could always warm this gently in a skillet, a pot to liquefy it. I don't really see the need for it. It will dissolve in this, it'll just take a little bit longer. It's all Greek to me. Yum. Very, very good. Because this is like a spritzy drink, I'm gonna just build it in like a little wine glass. This is a really good party trick too, to just have like a concentrated base mix for a spritz, and then you can kind of fill it up about, I'd say like a quarter of the way through. Cute.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful.
Thanks, David. So this is like, to me, delicious, effervescent cocktail with Maker's Mark specifically. I'm just drying my lettuce because I don't have a salad spinner.
Do you want one?
Sometimes I think I do. I also don't mind a little damp in my lettuce. This works just fine. To get this out of the way, I'm going to arrange my lettuce Another really nice part about using little baby lettuces is that they already look so gorge. I would say this salad serves 4 to 6. I'll take some of this vinaigrette and I will spoon it over the lettuces. All right, I'm gonna take half the herbs, about half the dressing, and I'm gonna toss. And this is like your basic base level here. This should be a well-seasoned salad already. Like you should be able to serve this and be like, oh, that's a very delicious, well-seasoned salad. Well-dressed. Taste a leaf, get to know it, approve, adjust. You don't want to overdress it because as it sits, the leaves kind of, but, so I serve this alongside. And from then, we slice our chicken. And this can be shredded, you could slice it, doesn't really matter. This is like a suggestion of chicken in the salad. I think if you're like doing, if this serves 4, I think 2 breasts is plenty. It's not like a breast per person. All right, we're ready to build. Who's ready to build? You can peel your eggs under running cold water if you're finding them to be tricky. Let's see how this one is gonna be for us. Give it a gentle tap. It can't be overstated that like even how to peel an egg sometimes needs an explanation. And that's not to shame or shade anyone. It's just like legit like, oh, I've been doing this for so long that I take a lot of things for granted. So like, sometimes you do need to say, tap gently to peel the egg. This was a beautiful peel. I want like a medium egg. I don't want super soft and runny because it can be difficult to cut in half nicely. It can be difficult to like eat on your fork. The yolk kind of goes everywhere. And because there's a dressing on this salad, I don't think it needs the runny yolk to create like a sauciness. All right, there's no real rhyme or reason to how one would do this, but slicing a chicken breast is like not my usual. I do like to also break it up into pieces. I could see like this being your vibe. And then, yeah, don't forget those accumulated juices, y'all. This really does sort of like go against my usual. Like I'm definitely...
I'm shocked right now.
I know, this is like not my vibe, but like I think it is the vibe for Cobb. I'm gonna go avocado next to the egg. I'm gonna go bacon next to the avocado. I'm thinking about color mostly. I'm gonna go tomato next to the bacon. I think the blue cheese kind of wants to like go in the center.
Oh, okay.
Like a little bit with the eggs and the avocado. Maybe a little pile over here. I feel like blue cheese can kind of like pop up a few places. And I'll finish with just like a spoonful of the dressing all over everything. Just to make sure that it all gets like a little bit of attention. This is just like a good rule of thumb, I think, again, for any capital B big salad. And then the rest of your little herbs. What a salad. My God. Great, I'm gonna get my little tongs. I love this salad, and every time I eat it, I'm reminded of how much I love the salad. It is like an ideal dinner situation. The reason I love eating salads like this is because each bite is like a true adventure, both texturally, flavor-wise, but like the base level is still just like a really well-seasoned salad. I hate when you get like a mixed or like a composed salad and like all the stuff's on top and all the lettuce underneath is not dressed. Then you get like to the bottom and you're like, this is just regular lettuce. So to me, that's like the most important part of a successful Cobb. To me, this is like the best version of the salad that you can have. It's a beautiful little salad. I will go so far as to call this an elegant little salad. And thank you so, so much to Maker's Mark for sponsoring this week's episode of Home Movies. It was such a joy to go visit you in Loretto, and can't wait to drink this delicious fizzy brown derby with my brown derby adjacent Cobb salad all summer long. Cheers. 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 Cheers.